So we're gonna be going over exactly what is LPT Realty and what we offer here at the brokerage, and as well the opportunity of a lifetime that you have in front of you. All right, but before we dive into it, if you could, hit the thumbs up, the like button. I do this for free. That'll let YouTube know that we're doing a good job. So come on guys, hit that like button. And go ahead, consider subscribing and ring the notification bell, because you'll get notified anytime we drop a new video. And you'll definitely want to tune in, because there's gonna be a lot of videos on helping you grow your business. All right, and comment down below on if you have any questions I could help answer. All right, but now let's dive into it. So LPT Realty is the first hybrid cloud brokerage out there that offers multiple compensation models, but still includes stock and as well a revenue share option. And quite honestly, there's always going to be something new coming out, right, as these brokerages change models and all that. But the reality is we always want to pay attention to who is the leader behind it, right? Because that's super important. Who is leading the company and what's the vision? So the owner of LPT Realty, his name is Robert Palmer. For those of you that are not aware of his accolades and who he is, he owns a multi-billion-dollar mortgage company down in Florida called RP Funding. And he also owns HomeValue.com, which is a lead generation company dedicated for LPT Realty. He also owns Listing Power Tools, which actually started before LPT Realty, and that's what the LPT stands for in LPT Realty, Listing Power Tools. So it was a real estate marketing company. And that company, would charge $400 a month for essentially agents to get these listing power boxes so they can generate more business, and other tools that actually comes along with listing power tools, such as sending out blast mailers to the area and as well digital marketing. With it being the first hybrid cloud model, compensation model, you have two options when you join. You have the first option, which is the business builder, which is 100% commission. Second option, which is the 80-20 model with a $15,000 cap. We've seen many of the other brokerages set up that way, but the really neat thing about this is you don't, as with the others with these other models, you had to conform to that 80-20, 85-15, whatever it is, and with the cap, and not really reap the benefits of the revenue share, because you as an agent, you should be really focusing on real estate first, right? And that's what we're looking to change here at LPT Realty, is making it real estate first, which I absolutely love, because I'm still in sales. I love coaching agents to help them achieve their sale goals as well. And that was a really neat thing about it, is giving agents options. So for those of you that are just starting off, or even if you just want a better commission plan, you can just join under Business Builder, which is 100% commission. You pay $500 per transaction with a $5,000 cap. There's no monthly fees, no sign-up fees, no desk fees, nothing, nada, zilch, under both models, the 100% business builder model and as well the 80-20 revenue share partnership model. All right, so there's no monthly fees or anything like that. And under both models, there is a $195 transaction fee. And that transaction fee can be charged to a client, or you just eat the cost. For a person such as myself, I do charge an admin fee, so majority of it is pretty much covered through my admin fee already, all right? And the neat thing too is, in other models I've seen, they've got all these sorts of junk fees, right, when you close a transaction. So, for agents that are starting off, it's so important to reserve your capital as much as possible. So here at LPT Realty, we believe that you shouldn't have to pay your brokerage until you get your first deal, and you get that by the brokerage providing you value. So when you get your first deal is the only time that you pay towards whatever part of the transaction, and there's a $500 fee that covers your entire year for the E&O policy and everything else, which is really neat, all right? So that's one of how the compensation aspect is set up. On a technology level, they're offering up to $11,000 in pretty much tech and marketing packages with it, right? So here's what I mean by that. When you join LPT Realty, you get listing power tools. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, that is about $399 a month for any agent outside that were to sign up for the services. You get the 2 listing power packs. You get pretty much everything else that comes included with the listing power tools, right? But with LPT Realty, you get that for free with every single listing, which I thought was super cool, right? I mean, there's no other brokerage offering that out there. Extra marketing for your listings so you can get more business. What's better than that? Real estate first, right? Real estate sales first. This is the listing power toolbox, the listing power pack. You get this with every single listing for completely free. Just pay for the shipping. It's like 20 bucks. So this is the rider that's dedicated for your listing. All right, and you can select your photos, and then you've got business cards right here that you can hand to your homeowner because it'll have their property information on it and also has your information. So they'll hand it out, they'll more than likely hand it out to their neighbors, friends, and family since it has their property on it. And you also have another, just listed little squares, business cards, whatnot. All right, what has your information too. And then these are thank you cards for people stopping by the open house. And just listed cards as well to go door knocking with. And then underneath here, this actually has, this is just listed to go door knocking with as well, but this actually has neighborhood report. So it'll show properties nearby, not properties, restaurants, shops, things like that nearby that's convenient specifically for that listing. Then you have door hangers, all right, all of this dedicated for the listing. Door hangers, more just listed. All together, you're looking at about 168 marketing pieces for your listing for completely free with LPT Realty. This is going to help you sell your homes faster and as well generate more business. And next, you get Chime CRM. All right, there's no monthly fees or anything like that with Chime either. You get the CRM, the IDX feed. You can use that for lead management. You get the website builder, and then you get the lead capture and all other features that come along with it. And then should you choose, you want to get Dotloop, all that, you can as well. And on top of that, you get Dotloop Premium, and that's for completely free. And the really neat thing is at other brokerages I've been with, you kind of have to do double the work when it comes to the transaction management aspect, because what used to happen was I would do a transaction through Instanet for DocuSigns, all that, right? I would send it out, and that's also document, storage area, the contracts, everything, right? I would send it out, and then after it's signed, I would bring it over to SkySlope, where the company used to use it for compliance. Now with Dotloop, all in one place. So that's gonna save me some time, at least my admin some time. So this way we're not doing double the work for no reason, right? So you can send it out for signature all in one place, store it all in one place, and get it checked for compliance all in one place, which I thought was super cool. Now, the last thing is LPT Connect, our proprietary software that you get access to through your phone. And with LPT support, you can get support numerous ways. You can get it through calling, chatting with them, texting them, and as well emailing them, all right? And soon, they'll have telepathy coming out. But that's really what I love about it. You have multiple options. You don't have the virtual world or anything like that, but you do have multiple options to get support. And within LPT Connect as well, you have everything else. You can access Chime, listing power tools. You can have access to our library full of training videos, right? All of that. And then you also, calendar for training, all of that stuff. And on top of it, the really neat thing about the business builder aspect of it again is if you join on the 100% commission model, but then people end up joining underneath you, eventually you end up building a downline, right? And what you can do is when you start seeing the revenue share starts making sense, because they'll actually show you in LPT Connect how much you could be earning from the revenue share if you were to switch over. You can simply switch over to the revenue share model when you're ready, which I absolutely love because it gives agents options. You don't have to conform to that one model when it's not truly beneficial to you, right? So you can switch vice versa. Let's say you switch to revenue share. You can only do it once a year, but let's say you switch to revenue share and then or either you join under revenue share and the market starts tanking. Like, okay, let me try to keep my reserves as much as possible. You can simply switch over to the 100% model and you're all good to go. That's the really neat thing about this model. It's giving us, giving agents option. So as I mentioned to you before, this is real estate first, all right? Even though they have the passive income opportunity, this is real estate sales first, which is how it should be. And with that being said, what they have done is to try to limit the recruiters from coming in, right? They put in some stuff that would not be as attractive to recruiters, because they do have corporate recruiters that handle it for you. But essentially, if you want to earn the revenue share, it actually applies to the cap first, and you can't unlock it until after 120 days. All right, so what this does is it makes agents focus on sales, because LPT Realty is the only company out there that offers Recruit Assist. So every time you close a transaction with another agent, the co-op in brokerage, they're actually going to hear from LPT Realty. They're gonna get a call, text, email, follow-up, postcards. And this way, when they join underneath you, which is super cool. I've never seen another company that does that, especially with the revenue share model. So they want us to focus on sales. So that's how they are doing it, all right? And the really neat thing too is in other brokerages, it took a lot of effort and a lot more to actually unlock all 7 tiers, all right? There's some brokerages out there, it's like 40 to 50 people out of thousands and thousands and thousands have actually even unlocked tier 7. And with LPT Realty, it only takes 15 people as of right now, January 2023, at the early adopter stage, only 15 people to unlock all 7 tiers, and you get grandfathered in. They do have plans when it does become an established state, such as Florida, where it will be officially a year next month, where it's gonna go up to 20, and that's what they plan to stay at. So the really neat thing about that is it allows you to continue focusing on sales to unlock all 7 tiers. And on top of it, in order to unlock tier 2, it only takes 3 people. In order to unlock tier 3, it only takes 5 people. Tier 4, 7 people. Tier 5, 9 people. Tier 6, 14 people. Tier 7, 15 people, which is awesome. And you actually get paid for revenue for people that even join under the 100% commission model. And you're going to have people, unfortunately leave, come and go from, and that's essentially what Robert Palmer saw, because he was actually going to join one of these models, and then he saw that there was a trend from agents that would be leaving one of these bigger brokerages that offer passive income. These new agents, they would leave to go to a 100% commission model because they saw more value in keeping the reserves. So what he did was put it all into one and still providing all the support to help you succeed. So with this model, people can go from revenue share to the business builder, and you get if you're under revenue share, if you join under revenue share model, you can pretty much get paid for people joining under 100% commission model and as well the revenue share model. However, if you're under the business builder model, if that's what you join under, there is no revenue share on that aspect. Because a lot of people always wonder, how is it even sustainable, right? So the people on the 100% commission model, you don't get any sort of the revenue share, all right? So that's the really neat thing. It's really made it easy to actually unlock and earn the passive income that people are looking for. And on top of that, with what they put in place to try to deter recruiters is phenomenal, because at other brokerage that I was with, there were recruiters, there were pure recruiters that did not do anything. They didn't sell real estate, they just straight recruited. They had systems in place that made it really impossible for an agent such as myself that's still in sales but would love to earn the revenue share, right? It made it impossible because these agents, they would be, these recruiters, they would be lying about stats to get agents to join underneath them, promising systems, all that stuff. And at the same time, don't even pay a single dime towards the cap. That blew my mind, because as an agent that's paying paying towards the cap of the company, and you have agents, the recruiters out there that aren't paying anything but earning everything, right? And pretty much taking away the opportunity from agents to be able to actually earn that, really didn't sit well with me. So that's really another neat thing that LPT has done. And to level the playing field, what they have done, I'm not sure how they're going to monitor it, but they're prohibiting agents from providing any sort of anything of value for being named as a sponsor, all right? So that essentially, because LPT is an open community, so people join underneath me, they can go check out what other people are providing and to their organization or downline, right? So they're providing training or whatnot, and vice versa. They could come join and check out my stuff versus other brokerages where it's like you have your own little silos. The people join underneath your downline, they only have access to that person because of the downline, whatever education they're providing, right? So it's open. And again, yeah, that's really like the neat things about it is it's really made it to where it's real estate sales first, and this is just a little icing on the top for the agents to be able to earn some passive income and make it a level playing field. And the next best thing is, as I mentioned in the beginning, Robert Palmer's one of his goals is to make this the most valuable company out there, real estate company out there. And how he's doing that is by combining lead generation companies into this brokerage, and such as homevalue.com, listing power tools, and it's incredible because what's going to happen is we're also getting awarded in stocks. And when this thing does go public, like right now, we are only in 6 states: Florida, Virginia, Texas, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Colorado. All right, 6 states. And we are already at about 3,500 agents in less than a year. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, think about it. If you could have caught, these other companies at the right timing, like this is it. Like there's no other better timing. Less than a year at 3,500 agents. That took the other, EXP Realty, for example, about 7-8 years to get to that aspect, from my understanding. All right. And don't quote me on that's not exact numbers, but that's what I've heard. And then as well, a Real, that's what I do know. I mean, they've been around for 8-9 years, and they're at 9,000 agents, right? We're at 3,500 in less than a year. Keller Williams, it took them apparently about 13 years to get to where we're at. They've been around for 40-something years. So just imagine if you were to be able to catch Gary Keller when he first created Keller Williams 40+ years ago. This is the opportunity that you have right now available to you, all right? And if you were to catch Glenn Sanford at EXP when they first opened 14-15 years ago, this is the opportunity right here. Same thing with Real, right? So with this, we're at ground level and outpacing them. This is literally the fastest growing thing I've ever seen, all right? So this is one of the opportunities to keep in mind, because the people that's gonna be, when we go public, the stocks are going to be worth a ton. And it's the people getting in right now, they're getting the early adopter benefits. So if you join under the revenue share model with the stocks, you get 175 shares. That's shares, people, on your first transaction. First transaction, 175 shares. If you join on the business builder model, you get 125 shares. If you, on your third transaction, under the revenue share model, you would get 175. Under the business builder, you get 125. And then on your 15th transaction, it's $1,250 under business builder, and as well revenue share, $1,750. And when you hit 35 deals under business builder, you get $2,500, and then you also get 3,500 shares under the revenue share model. And every time a direct sponsor of yours closes a transaction under business builder, you get $250. Under revenue share, you get $350, all right? And there is a 3-year vesting period, just like everything else, because it is awarded to you. But that's the really neat thing about it. And, one thing that I never truly thought about until, this was presented to me, my old brokerage used to get, when I hit Icon, when I hit EXP Icon every year, I would get $16,000 back in stock. And what this company is doing is different. I've never seen it before, and it's because it's real estate sales first. And what they're offering is, when you hit Black Badge, which is 35 deals, you get, you pay the $15,000, you get up to $15,000 to match you in marketing spend, dollar for dollar. So after I hit Black Badge at 35 deals, I spend $1,000, they match me $1,000 to spend towards marketing. I spend $5,000, they match me $5,000 towards marketing. I spend $15,000, they match me $15,000 towards marketing. Like, that's insane. Like, that's gonna blow up my business along with all the marketing material they're providing, and as well as this is a true game changer. Like, there's no way to calculate that. I never thought about how much it could have impacted me sales-wise if a company's offering something like that, right? So that's like another whole nother thing for me. But overall, this is what everything LPT Realty is about, and I'm sure there's a lot more that I probably missed, because there is a lot with LPT Realty, right? And with everything that they're offering, there's so much value, and that's why this is why it's one of the fastest growing brokerage, and why a lot of agents are reaching out. So If you did like this, like this information and found it valuable, hit the like button. But if you want to chat and learn more about LPT Realty, go ahead, comment down below, and let's connect. And then please hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so this way you get alerted the next time we drop one of these videos. But until next time, look forward to helping you grow.